Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome to my channel. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. Today, we are doing a reading for Aries. It is Aries season now. And so we are going to begin with the coffee cup. So first, let me tell you that this is a general reading for the sign of Aries. So please take what resonates and leave the rest. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop and view this video. I appreciate each and every one of you. I couldn't have this channel without you, frankly. It's no fun to do this for myself, right? Well, it is sometimes, but not all the time. So I want to say a thank you for viewing my videos, for liking them, for commenting, for subscribing. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. So please do give the video a thumbs up, a like, a share even, if there's another Aries that you think would benefit from what Spirit is going to bring through today. All right, let's see, anything else? I don't think so. Let's get right to it. Oh, today is Tuesday, March 25th, as I'm recording this, but this is a timeless message unless my guides tell me otherwise. Whenever you click on it, there will be a message here for you. Okay. So I'm actually using my little, I call it a tulip cup today because I was thinking maybe you could see things a little bit better in this cup. So right before I started doing this, as I was starting to focus on your energy, suddenly I got the hiccups. And I was like, what is that about? And I heard something is trying to be said. So either you are holding back on something you need to say, or somebody is trying to say something to you and they haven't gotten up the courage to say it yet. So as soon as I wrote down that message, when I asked, what is this about? I wrote it down, they stopped. So I'm confident that something is trying to be said. Either you're trying to say it or someone is trying to say something to you and they're having a hard time getting it out. So that was the first thing. So as soon as I picked this up, the first thing I saw was a bull. And I think you can see it pretty clear right there. It probably looks a little bit clearer to me, but that's the first thing that Spirit gave me. And another thing is, when I do these when I do all my readings, I'm asking my guides to show me and tell me what it is that I need to say for a message as I'm doing this. So that is what I heard, bull. So what does that mean? That could mean that you're dealing with a Taurus, but it also could mean that you're feeling like something is BS. Like you're feeling like somebody is telling you something and you want to say, bull, you know what? You want to say that's BS. I don't believe that. Or your gut is going to tell you that whatever somebody is saying to you, that you see right through it and you know that it's bull. So it's either you're dealing with a Taurus for some of you, or somebody is telling you a story and you don't believe it. Right above that is a skull. Right there. I'm pretty sure you can see it. So there is a skull. So what is that? What does a skull mean to us? A skull can mean that something is dangerous, something is hazardous. It could have something to do with this person who's ever telling you whatever they're saying that isn't true. The skull is trying to warn you that, use discernment. Use your intuition, right, to cut through the bull and know the truth, right? So that could be that. Some people are really into skulls. Crystal skulls are a big deal, big thing. The 12 crystal skulls. Maybe some of you have come across that recently or have been reading about it or listening to something about the crystal skulls. So the crystal skulls hold a lot of information, a lot of keys to humanity. So it could be something to do with that as well. Okay. And then let me see. The next thing that they point out is there are two people right here. It's two figures. They're kind of clumpy people, but that's what I heard. Two people on a very zigzaggy, windy path here. But the zigzaggy, windy path will lead up, will lead up. So these two people going on this zigzaggy path. So you could be in a relationship. It could also be a friendship or a business partner that things have been a little windy, a little uncertain, but you are getting to the point where it's going to be crystal clear where you need to go. Wow, crystal again. Okay. So you could be getting to that point where it's like you have that aha moment together, either in a relationship or in a business partnership or a friendship, someone you're collaborating with, where you've really had to do a lot of work and put a lot of work in, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, you just see it. You see where you're meant to go or what you're meant to do. Let me see here. I see, and Spirit is giving me that somebody's cat is really sad. This is kind of a it's a bigger cat. It's a fluffy cat. I'm seeing the face of like a Persian cat, but this cat is sad about something. Maybe you had two cats and another cat has passed. Whoever it is this message is for, you have a cat that's very sad. And whatever the reason why this cat is sad, I'm feeling they had another companion. The companion is gone. So the cat is really sad. You're going to have to decide. I'm not telling you that you should get another companion for the cat because I'm not going to tell people what to do. But Spirit is just bringing through that your cat is really sad right now. There's some sadness for your cat. And I'm sorry for that. That's upsetting when our pets are sad. The next thing they show me is a wishbone. Wishbone. So wishbones, I have two of them on my kitchen windowsill right now, drying from a couple of chickens that sometimes I get in space. Now it's just me and my husband here. I'm not a little kid. I don't have little kids here. But every now and then we just do it for fun. And why not, right? Just because I'm an adult doesn't mean I can't do that. So wishbones are childlike. They're kind of fun to do. Wishbone can mean that your wishes are going to come true. Wishes are going to be fulfilled, right? So wishbone. And the next thing next to it, I see a heart shape with 3 stars surrounding it. A heart shape with 3 stars. So that could mean you have a lot of love for 3 people in your life. Maybe you have 3 children, or maybe your spouse plus 2 kids. But I see a big, huge heart, a really happy heart with star, star, star. So there's 3 stars surrounding this heart. And they also have a lot of love for you. So I'm picking up on a feeling of gratefulness, a feeling of, wow, I'm so lucky. I'm lucky that I have my beautiful little family, that we all love each other so much, and that they love me. And not everybody gets to have that, right? A lot of families are in discord. And so for some of you, whoever that message is for, I feel like you're suddenly just having this realization of how lucky you are to have, even though it's maybe a small group, and this could be 3 friends, but that you're realizing, wow, I'm so lucky that I have this. So lucky that we all have each other. And the next thing I see, this is a really weird scene playing out, but I have to give you what Spirit gives me. So this is a feather right at the top of this scene. That is a polar bear. Right underneath is a person holding on to the polar bear's leg. It's like the polar bear is floating up to grab the feather, and the man is grabbing on to the polar bear. Now, in the animal wisdom deck, and maybe that's what because that's what they're giving. It's like there is a polar bear card, and I don't know if it has any feathers on it. I'm going to find it, though. Polar bears are very mysterious. Of course, they live in a cold climate, but feathers often mean messages. Yeah, there are feathers in this card. Feathers often mean messages from someone who's crossed, someone who's in spirit. And so this card has a person, a polar bear, and a feather in the same row as the same way that it is in the cup. The person, the polar bear, the feather. So I'm going to read you this message just because I feel like that's There are a lot of feathers in here, actually. There's this person, there are feathers here. There's a polar bear, a person, another polar bear, more feathers at the top. Okay, polar bear, mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. So, yeah, I'm feeling like Spirit is giving me the feeling as if you think that intuition is out of your reach, out of your grasp. You look at other people and think, wow, how do they know this? How come they're so good at this? You can be too. That's the message that I'm feeling. That's the message that Spirit is giving me is don't compare yourself to others and leave perfection behind, Aries. It's like everybody has their own gifts and their own ways of connecting, and you just need to focus on what your way is, right? Wow. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Then as I turn the cup, I see what looks like a dog. It's like a dog looking down right here. It's kind of big, and they're giving me the feeling of a Shar-Pei. I don't know if some of you have a Shar-Pei or you're thinking about getting a Shar-Pei. Maybe you have a Shar-Pei who's crossed, but they're definitely giving me the feeling of a Shar-Pei dog, the dog with all the wrinkles right here. And let's see, we're back at that. Okay, let me look down a little bit deeper into this cup and see if I see any other messages. See if I see any other messages here. I see a dream catcher right up here. I see a very clear, this little, I know you probably can't see, it's a little, I see a dream catcher. Dream catcher. It feels like there's a lot of Native American references, or I'm feeling a lot of Native American vibes here on this reading, or in this reading, I should say. With the polar bear, the shaman, that depicts like an Inuit type person here. And the next thing they're pointing out is two strong trees right here, two trees side by side with all their roots going deeply in. So you have quite a few messages about relationships in this cup. You have, don't forget about the hiccups and something trying to be said. You have two people on a zigzaggy path, right? You have the heart with 3 stars. You have the man holding on to the polar bear. You have these two trees with the roots firmly in the ground. So that's pretty lovely. That's a lovely message. So it seems like some of you have a really good, strong relationship. It may take a zigzaggy path or a windy road, but the relationship itself is a very strong, deep-rooted relationship. Okay, so Aries, right after I got the coffee cup ready, I asked Spirit what were the oracle decks they wanted me to use for your reading, and Wisdom of the Oracle is the first deck that I used. And you have the card of tick-tock. So here we see 2 hands with a pocket watch bursting forth. And there's all kinds of numbers and parts to the clock here. There's also a hot air balloon attached to the clock. And it's kind of in a desert. So let's see what the channeled message is for this card. This is Colette Baron Reed's deck. So let's see what the channel message is on TikTok and how that may enhance what we've already seen here for your message. Timelessness, divine timing, immeasurable time. So timelessness, right? That timelessness has everything to do with things that have to do with Native American type things, shamans, dream catchers, all of that is so timeless, right? Trees grow for hundreds of years if we let them, right? The timelessness of love with the heart and the three stars. The timelessness of maybe animals who have crossed over, that are still around us, that are still there. Immeasurable time, the time that we spend with another, that the two people on that path, right? Immeasurable time, right? We may sometimes feel like we're in immeasurable time. Just yesterday I was saying, wow, time feels like it's speeding up. Because I work Monday through Thursday. I'm always happy on Thursdays, like, ooh, I got 3 days off. And it seems like before I know it, it's Sunday. And I'm like, where did those 3 days go, right? Divine timing can also have to do with the people on the path and when you're going to get to that clarity, that clearing, where you're done with the zigzags and the windy roads, but now you're on that clear path to where you're going. And then the other deck they wanted me to use is the Earth Magic Oracle cards by Stephen Farmer. And I love, I have, some of you know, if you watched me before, I have an animal book that Stephen Farmer wrote on the spiritual meaning of animals. It's a fantastic book. This is a very beautiful card, and I love it. It's so fitting for you, Aries. Spring equinox, that's what we just went through a couple of days ago. And you see kind of Mother Earth there with the rabbit, with the butterflies, with all the greenery, beautiful purple behind her. This is rebirth. She has a lot of like peacock feather designs. There's an owl, there's a bird, there's a lot of things in there. Rebirth, spring equinox. Okay. You thought this passage you have been through would never end, just as certain that the light of the world fades every few months, it makes its return and the earth rejoices. The fresh breath of spring sweeps away the cobwebs acquired from the absence of light. The light is now obviously increasing as nature begins to emerge in all her many forms, shapes, and colors that remind us of the continual cycles of Earth Mother. Whoops, sorry. I got the card out of the focus there. So again, that can harken back to that zigzaggy, windy road and finally getting to the light. As I said, like the path is illuminated, you know where to go. This cycle of rebirth you are experiencing follows a considerably challenging time. Yeah, the windy road. Any tears you may have shed have cleared the way for what has been gestating, which is now ripe and ready to emerge. That which no longer serves you needs to be put to rest so that a freshness and newness of spirit can make itself known to you. Sometimes birth can be painful, particularly in that passage just before delivery. Yet what emerges can be fresh and beautiful. Be with the emergence of this next cycle with faith and grace. So yeah, new cycle coming in, Aries. You've been through some tough times, some trying times, where things have been windy, zigzaggy. You haven't known, what's up and where you're going at times. But this is going to be coming to an end. Things are going to be revealed. Spring is here, right? In this part of the world, I should say. Now, it's not, I know on the other side, I think it was probably fall, right? Or in the other hemisphere. I'm not good with that stuff, so don't quote me. But I know in other parts of the world, it's fall, not spring. Okay, so let's see what the cards have for a message for you, my beautiful Aries. Let's see what the cards have for Aries. Beautiful messages here. Polar Bear, Mystic, Spring, Rebirth. Okay, first of all, I'm holding the deck upside down. All right, Lisa, get it together. TikTok, timelessness, divine timing. Yeah, and so timelessness and the spring equinox and divine timing and all that goes together, right? Especially the divine timing part, because we have all the seasons, right? Spring, summer, fall, winter, and all of that is divinely set up, right? Our universe, our earth, Mother Gaia is beautiful in the way that things happen, so we have to consider that. Ooh, yeah. Justice and strength. Some major arcanas coming out for you, Aries. Justice can be Libra. Strength can be Leo. Three of Cups, celebration. And that was just reminding me of the heart with the 3 stars. Oh my gosh. Four of Wands, happy family. See, Aries, things are coming out. Things are changing. Things are balancing for you. That beautiful Queen of Wands, there you are. That can be you. And the 3 of Pentacles. Wow, lots of 3s in your reading, I'm feeling. Lots of 3s. The energy of 3s. Okay. All right, let's see. Justice. Okay. Justice is number 11. Very powerful number. This can represent Libra, right? But justice is when balance is needed. But she's got a blindfold on. She's also has one sword here, sword of truth, right? So you can't really make a good decision unless you know the truth and you can see what your choices are. Okay? You need to see what your choices are. Yeah, Aries. Okay, so you need to take off your blinders and you need to see something for what it is. And I'm trying to remember if we had that. Something trying to be said. Okay, so they could have something to do with that. And then you have the Strength card. This is 8. 8s are mastery and infinity. Okay, so this Strength card can be Leo, but it's also inner strength. It's knowing when to talk, when not to talk, right? When to jump in and say something, jump in and do something, and when to hold back. This card is really all about inner strength and knowing when to use your strength and when not to. Then you have this beautiful 3 of Cups. This is a celebratory card. 3s are creation and collaboration. Remember, in your cup, we had the heart with the 3 stars. Now we have 3 cups. And this is definitely a lot of feminine energy. When I see this card, I always, in this deck, it reminds me of New Year's Eve. This could be your birthday celebration, Aries, since this is your time. So maybe you had a big birthday celebration. Maybe you had a big specific birthday. Maybe you turned a specific number, you know, a 25, 30, 35, 40, you know, one of those birthdays. And if you did, you know, well, happy birthday either way. But that looks like a celebratory card, right? 4 of Wands. This can be the 11-11 card. So you have 11 and 11 and 11. So big, big, big energy here. 11 is a beautiful, powerful number. And this is the 4 of Wands. Fours can be stability or stagnation. This is stability. Remember, we talked about something to do with that in your cup as well. The 2 people on the path with the trees that are deeply rooted, right? The heart with the stars. So Aries, I'm feeling like right now, you are feeling, like I said, with the cup, very, very happy with your family, your close family. It doesn't have to be a blood family. For maybe your friend group is your family. Maybe you're single and you have a family that feels like family to you. But whatever that is, this is your second message, Aries, of happy family, right? Queen of Wands. I'm going to say that this is you. I mean, this can be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius because of fire signs. You know, so this Queen of Wands can be any of those. It probably has one sign that's typically associated with it. But this is your reading. You are a fire sign. This is a lot of fire and passion and energy, feminine energy. So we're going to say this is you. So Aries, you are feeling right now like you are in power. Like you have control over certain things, like everything is going well. You are very loyal. You have loyal friends. And you just feel really good right now, Aries. I really feel that. I felt that kind of in the cup where you have come out of some challenging times, but now you're like, okay, here we go. Here I go. Everything is good. Everything is in place. Everything is doing what it's supposed to do. And then last card out is the 3 of Pentacles. This is another creation and collaboration card, right? To do with your material things, how you make your money, you know, that type of thing. But this is definitely collaborating with others. And you have that same collaboration message with the 3 of Cups, right? Creation and collaboration, 3s, right? So this is beautiful. You also, I forgot to say, The TikTok card is a 30, which is a 3. So you have a 3, a 3, a 3. You have 3 threes, 3, 3, 3. So threes, those are a very powerful number for, getting in tune with people, getting in collaboration with people, 3 people that are very special to you, I'm hearing. So you plus 2, like this group of 3 is really special and important to you, Aries. Oh my gosh. Okay. I haven't done this in a long time, but Spirit has been telling me about it or mentioning it, that how come you don't do what's around the corner anymore in your readings? I don't know. I do what you prompt me to do. So what's around the corner for Aries? Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this. Okay. 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands, a whole bunch of cards turned over. Page of Cups, 5 of Cups, Justice again, 3 of Cups again. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Wowie, wowie, wowie. Okay. Double message here with the 3 of Cups. Double message here with the getting things in balance. Okay. All right. Let's take these. All right. So you are going to get things in balance, or this could be Libra as well, but you have a double message here of Libra, of balancing things out, of seeing what you need to see so you can make the right choice and balance it out. You have a double 3 of Cups message. Celebrate your friends. Celebrate your birthday. Celebrate your family. This is definitely Spirit telling you to celebrate. I love that. I love it. That's why I love to use this mini deck sometimes, because then if the message wants to be double, Spirit can bring it right out. All right. Around the corner, 10 of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful happiness. Cups represent emotion, water signs. You see there are 2 people there sitting, enjoying the day. Beautiful rainbow, animals, water, food. They have everything that they could want there. Come on, camera, focus. It just doesn't do the card justice, because it's smaller. But 10s are the completion of a cycle and the start of a new cycle, right? That's what 10s represent. And then you have this 2 of Wands. 2s are choice and balance. So balance coming up again as a theme, but a choice, right? So in the near future, you are going to have a choice to make, right? You are going to have a choice. Which path are you going to take, Aries? Okay. You are definitely going to have a choice in the near future. This is just around the corner. And then you have the Page of Cups. This is a messenger. It's a novice. Cups are emotion, love, nurturing. So something may be coming in that you don't have a lot of experience with. Some situation, that's what I'm hearing, that's what I'm feeling, is that there is a situation that you're not familiar with. So this situation is going to come in, and it has to do with loving, kindness, caring, something like that. And it's going to be kind of new to you. Maybe this is a new person coming in, and you're not quite sure how to handle it, right? Sometimes that happens when we are dating somebody that has kids. So around the corner, though, is going to be an emotional situation that you're not familiar with. And then you have the 5 of Cups. So Page of Cups, 5 of Cups around the corner. This is focusing too much on what you don't have instead of what you do have. So around the corner, oh my gosh, this camera, come on. Come on, camera. You see there, he's sitting there lamenting the cups that are emptied, where behind him he has full cups and a fruit tree and all this beauty. So Aries, in the near future, and it could have something to do with this emotional situation that you're having a hard time dealing with in the near future around the corner, just remember this, right? Remember that you need to focus on what you do have, right? You can get through this because you are really strong, right? You're really strong. Okay, we're going to, even though we had that polar bear card, we are going to do the polar bear message. So double message about balancing things, about seeing things clearly so you can make the right choice. Double message about celebrating there with those 2, 3 of Cups. Okay, What is the best animal for my beautiful Aries today for this reading for them? What is the best message for my Aries, please? What is the best message for my Aries today? What is the best animal for my Aries? Okay. Hummingbird, miracles. Wow. So maybe they're giving me the feeling that this emotional situation has to do with a miracle, or what you might consider a miracle, or what you may not consider a miracle, but it is, right? You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. I really feel like this has something to do with this emotional situation. And you're not going to right away feel connected to it when it comes in. But once you understand that you have an opportunity to bring someone else happiness, you're going to grow with it, you're going to fly with it, you're going to be great with it. All right, so remember something something trying to be said. Remember that bull skull, the two people on the path, the two trees, right? The sad kitty, okay? And that mystic message. Remember timelessness and divine timing. Remember rebirth, things are rebirthing, right? Becoming new. Yeah. Remember the inner strength that you have and your powerful Queen of Wands energy card, okay? Remember that stability of that beautiful, happy family and the 3 11s. Well, now it's 4. 11, 11, 11, 11. This is beautiful, Aries. I hope you've enjoyed this message. Please don't forget to give it a like and a thumbs up so it can get going around YouTube. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.